Hi everybody, good morning, namaste, welcome back to Nash Vlogs. It's been 2 whole days without me making any videos for you guys, and I feel like I miss you guys so much already. Like on Saturday I was super busy, and by the time I'm done with all that was making me busy, I was feeling so fatigued, so tired, and I'm like, why don't I give myself some rest and maybe take a day off or something like that. And then yesterday, that same Saturday, like my mom called and she's like, we're missing you guys, I'm missing the boys, could you please come and spend a day with us? And I'm like, cool. So yesterday was Sunday, and that is when I had to go pay a visit, like go to my mom's home, and she was super happy to see us. She had taken some good months without seeing the boys. So sometimes when a parent calls you, you're like, I don't want to be guilty, tomorrow she'll be like, I called you at one point and you didn't come and stuff like that. So whenever my mom says like, could you please come home, I feel like I should fulfill that, like I should listen or maybe do it for her. Like we children are like that, doing stuff for our parents, like for them not to feel bad or left out or something. Like right now, she raised us, we were with her for the whole time, and everybody grew up, like most of them left home, and then we got married, and everybody's minding their business, and she's alone at home, and it must be boring for her, and she has nothing to do, because that is what happens in Uganda when kids grow up. Like they find their ways, start a new life, and the parents are home, like basically staying at home alone. So yesterday I went, the boys had a good time, I had a good time, we had a lot to talk about, and I was super happy. Like I refreshed my mind. It was just like a refreshment that I needed. Like sometimes you need something that, like, you take a cold drink and you're like, oh, I feel better. That is what happens when people, like when we ladies or girl childs meet their parents. Like you talk about a lot, like you remember stuff while growing up and stuff like that. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are keeping yourself happy. I hope you guys are eating healthy, and I hope you guys are happy. Like keeping yourself happy is something that you should prioritize, because happiness is not good by everybody. But then if you have the chance to just try and make yourself happy in all the little things that you can, like for yourself, what I'm saying, do not leave yourself out. This is what I'm trying to do, by the way, these days, because I've felt like I've given my all to my family, and I've been leaving myself out a lot. Like I've been putting my needs and stuff on the side, like on the standstill, because of my family. But this time I'm deciding to take care of myself and my needs. Nobody slept here last night. See, it is just as organized as it is always, only that the kids put this here, but then nobody slept here at night, because last night when we were making the boys sleep, like I was making Adash sleep and my husband was making Abinash sleep, and then I don't know what happens, we both fell asleep there. Like he fell asleep in Abinash's bed, and I fell asleep in Adash's bed, and by morning I was like, what, did both of us sleep here? So our bed is still clean. Nobody used it, so this has saved me from not having to come and organize this place here. We've never done this. Like nobody has gone into the boys' room and falls asleep. Actually, yesterday I was super tired because I had to drive to and from, and then when I was coming from my mom's home, I had to drop my sister somewhere, and then when I reached home I was super tired. I have to make dinner and stuff like that, and my husband was also tired because the same thing happened to him. He was in office almost most of the time, and so I think that is why we had to sleep in the boys' room. everybody, good evening. It's evening already, and now I'm going to be shooting a special video actually. I'm going to be making something new, and I'm going to be trying it out with you guys. So I've done it before, and it's been only with potatoes, but today I'm going to be adding some vegetable in it, some greens in it, and I believe it is going to be coming out so tasty. So today's menu for dinner is paratha, like aloo and methi paratha. Aloo means potatoes, and then methi, there's some small little leaves. I don't know if you know them. So I'm going to be using this to make paratha, and it is going to come out tasty, trust me. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to be making it, and if you love it, try it at home, because I believe it's going to be something so tasty, like super tasty, because I'm going to mix it up with the greens and stuff. So yeah, so we are going to be chopping up our greens, our methi, and then we'll be using it while it is chopped. We'll add some oil in the pan. The same time I'm helping Abinash to do his homework. This is what I do. Like, I work that side and I work this side, something like that. So yeah, that is motherhood. When our oil heat up, we are going to add some jeera and let it splatter. And then when it splatters like this, I love adding ginger first, because now we're going to add our greens. This is potatoes that I've crushed a little bit, so I'm going to be adding it here as well, and cook it for a few minutes, just mixing it up. I'm coming a bit some salt to it. Some chaat masala. I have a friend who, used to bring for me food. We were neighbors where we were staying before, and whenever she cooked something new or something delicious, she would bring for me at my home. And then whenever I tasted it and I liked it, I would ask her, like, how did you make it? And she would just give me a summary. You do this, put that, include this and that, and that is it. And whenever I went back home, I would just try it out, and it would come out so tasty. So most of the dishes you see me making here, I learned them by myself, by listening to or hearing it from some neighbors, like I do this and that and that. I had two ladies who were neighbors by then, who were from India, like different parts of India, and then they all had different kinds of dishes. Of course, every culture or tribe has a different dish to be eating. So I would just ask them, like, how did you make this? And then they would be like, I did this, I added that, and I added that. And I would just put it in my mind, and I would know which spice goes in which type of curry, or which spice goes in what. And then whenever I would be cooking by myself, I'll try it and it comes out well. And sometimes I'll give them to taste and they'll be like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be made. So I'm so grateful to you. You know who I'm talking about, yourselves, and I know you're going to be watching this video as well. I love you and miss you so much, you guys.
What are you saying? Oh, I appreciate you. Seriously, you're trying to grow. You look like a woman now.
I'm just saying I'm short.
You're a total woman now. Otherwise, at least for one point of view, it is okay. You think you still will be able to stay the kid.
So you don't want me to grow?
Bro.
You want to freeze while I'm growing?
Yeah, always.
Huh?
Always.
You sit down or just go fast. One day when you start learning, going.
They didn't have any other better ones?
No.
Or only they have only one kind?
They have one like this. How many kinds?
What about the big people? I mean quality wise. Expensive. No. Because why are you standing here? You talking mama,
We are talking about what?
Do I look handsome for you sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes you do.
No,
Sometimes every time.
How about
What
now?
are you making in this face?
How about now?
Why
You
you?
are handsome.
Why so?
Abi, Papa is not handsome?
He is. Does he look like a? Does he look like a handsome?
I've cleaned up the kitchen, like everything is super clean. This is water for boiling. It is drinking water actually. We had to buy water, but there was no space. Like all the empty bottles were full, so I had to put it here. So I'm going to boil it. I'm done cleaning up the dishes that I used. I'm done cleaning up the gas stove, and everything is just super clean.